Comedians including Bill Burr rail against cancel culture and defend Shane Gillis after SNL firing. There have been national headlines about the recent hiring and firing of comedian Shane Gillis by Saturday Night Live. Even a presidential candidate has taken interest in the polarizing controversy. Comedy genius Bill Burr weighed in on the SNL firing and lampoons cancel culture. Comedian Shane Gillis was hired by SNL last week but then was fired days later after Twitter users dug up old comedy podcast appearances where Shane used racist and homophobic slurs. Shane issued an apology. "I'm happy to apologize to anyone who's actually offended by anything I've said. The apology would not be enough as the online outrage was apparently too much heat for NBC and they fired Shane on Monday. After talking with Shane Gillis, we have decided that he will not be joining SNL," a spokesperson said in a statement on behalf of producer Lorne Michaels. "We want SNL to have a variety of voices and points of view within the show, and we hired Shane on the strength of his talent as a comedian and his impressive audition for SNL. We were not aware of his prior remarks that have surfaced over the past few days. The language he used is offensive, hurtful, and unacceptable. We are sorry that we did not see these clips earlier, and that our vetting process was not up to our standard." Gillis released a statement on his Twitter regarding his termination from SNL. "I respect the decision they made. I'm honestly grateful for the opportunity." Then he joked, "I was always a mad TV guy anyway." It somewhat resembles the first bit from Dave Chappelle's controversial comedy special Sticks and Stones. "I want to see if you can guess who it is I'm doing an impression of," Chappelle asked the audience in the special. "All right, let me get into character. You gotta guess who it is though. Okay, here it goes. Duh. Hey, Durr. If you do anything wrong in your life, and I find out about it, I'm gonna try to take everything away from you and I don't care when I find out. Could be today, tomorrow, 15, 20 years from now. If I find out, you're King finished. Who's that? It's you." That's what the audience sounds like to me. Comedian Jim Norton talked about how American society takes jokes seriously. Comedian Dave Smith pointed out that the current standards of preposterous political correctness would have canceled comedy legends such as Richard Pryor, George Carlin, and Chris Rock. Giannis Pappas talked about people who get offended online. Bill Burr also defended Gillis while also railing against cancel culture. Burr appeared on The Daily Beast, the Last Laugh comedy podcast, where he explained why outrage culture is toxic. "Outrage culture is one of the most misrepresented things out there. How they will make such a small percentage of people seem like they're 3 million people," Burr told host Matt Wilstein. "And it's not even necessarily because they believe in their cause. It's just that where the money's at is eyeballs and controversy and people arguing and being offended, and watching somebody get in trouble makes people stop on your website or your TV channel and watch. But it's just not an accurate portrayal of where people's heads are at. Just isn't. It feels like Chicken Little," Burr explained. Burr said that cancel culture is in the back of his head when he is telling edgy jokes. "You go on stage and some nights you're going to do a bit and you go, 'Should I say this?' And it's like, what is going to happen? It's just a joke," Burr said. "And 99% of the people there, 100% most nights, realize they went to a comedy club and everything you're saying is a joke. You're not watching legislation being written. It's not going to change anything. It's just somebody screwing around." Burr also appeared on the Comedy Central talk show Lights Out with David Spade, where he made an astute point about cancel culture. Do they go back and look for good things the person might have done, or do they just looking for the bad stuff? Helped cat out of a tree. That's not it. Helped grandmother cross the street. That's not it. He said something on a podcast. There it is. And if you did say something like that, you can't work in a sketch show, but it's okay if he works in a lumberyard, Burr joked. He's certainly going to meet more Asians there than SNL, Burr says of canceling of comedians. We're not running for office. When is this gonna King end? Burr then blames millennials for cancel culture. CK millennials, you're all a bunch of rats. All of ya. None of them care. All they want to do is get people in trouble. I think if you go back 15 years in someone's life, someone should go back 15 years in your life, Burr said. Basically, it's, hey, we went back and found out he's a human being. He cat up.